Hi everyone, my name is Charlie, and this is Charlie, and welcome to It's a Charlie Thing.
We've got jokes. We've got um like a little tag video, like get to know the Charlies with the reading, our reading hosts, etc., and kind of like how we got to know each other. Then we've got currently reading, and then joyful moments.
From the
My
week.
joyful moment I left upstairs, so I'll have to go and get that. No, that's because I was going to show something. So
Yeah, no, it's completely understandable. It's just I really like the idea of managing to leave a moment somewhere.
I did.
Yeah. Um, anyway, as with all Charlie things, we need to kick this thing off with a joke. So, what have you got for me today, Charlie?
Oh no, I feel like it's your turn to start with the joke.
Okay, then, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Why did the walrus go to the Tupperware party?
Why did the walrus go to the Tupperware party?
Yeah,
Why did the walrus go to the Tupperware party?
he was looking for a tight seal.
I like that one. And I did like still hands on.
Yeah, won't lie. That was the first joke I found this morning and just went with it.
No, I like that. I like that. We've not heard that before. That's cute. I kind of, it's like cute.
Fantastic.
It's like, yeah, I know, I like it. Yeah, good. That's
Great.
good. That gets a tick. Okay.
I'm braced for impact.
No, it's not. These are all rubbish. I feel like I've used all the good joke stuff. I said this last year. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I've got to just try and like compose myself. Right, one second. Um, why does Santa's crotch make a noise when he walks?
Jingle bells?
Yeah, he has jingle balls. Jingle
Yeah.
balls. I'm really sorry.
No, this is great.
It's
It's
not great. You've got an elevated on the joke front. I'm going to change my joke tactics. Next week, I'm coming back with different tactics.
well, what you have to remember is currently I've not actually given any jokes this year because the joke that I had in our first episode we had to
Oh, yeah.
eliminate because it was just too crude for YouTube. So, yeah, currently this is all that our friends here on YouTube have got to see from me. So I'm glad that it got a laugh.
It's good. I liked it. I liked
Yeah,
it. That was a success.
fantastic. Yeah, so now we are going to, now that we've told our little jokes and recognized that we aren't just little jokes ourselves, we are going to do our likes and dislikes. And this time around, we are going to be doing like one Charlie says three things, two they like, one they dislike, and the other Charlie has to guess which one they dislike. And today it's going to be fantasy novels. Thank you to Charlie for actually reminding me of this yesterday because I had completely forgotten and was about to turn up here with another three vegetables. So, I can't remember who went first last week, me or you.
Gentlemen, you can go first.
Okay, I will go first then. My three books this week all came from novels that I have read this year. So, going in alphabetical order by author surname, we have The Devils by Joe Abercrombie, The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson, and The Shadow Rising by Robert Jordan.
That's a difficult one. This is
I
this is a really hard category. I have to preface this. I
have,
feel like this is just such a hard category. So,
can I point out that you chose this category?
I know, I know. It's because we've
Like,
not done it before. It's hard to pick categories we haven't done before again because this is our year four. So, yeah, and anyone in the comments, if you've got any suggestions for future categories for like likes and dislikes, you're welcome to comment in the comments.
comment
Um,
in the comments.
yeah, in the comments. It's
Revolutionary.
simple. Yeah, it's simple. So yeah, so I'm gonna anyway. So say them again. I have an instinct which could be wrong.
Okay.
So I feel like the J. Abercrombie. I feel like it was. I do remember you reading it. I don't
May
remember
I
you.
remind you
I do
that
remember.
last week you
Yeah.
didn't follow your instincts and it was wrong.
My instinct is the Raven one because I can't really remember you say. I thought was that
Okay,
wrong?
just a bit more.
Okay, because I was like, okay, the J. Abercrombie. I thought that right. So the J. Abercrombie one, I do remember you reading. Oh my God, Charlie! Now I've said it and I've seen your reaction, so I know that's wrong. Oh, I hate myself so much. I will stay with it, but I do think it's now. I think it's the Joe Abercrombie. Well, no, was it the Robert Jordan?
Okay, so let's just say
Robert
the
Jordan is someone that Charlie has read a lot of books of, so I
the
kind of thought that was the safest one. But you do like to throw a curveball in, so I could see why you would throw a curveball in that. Joe Abercrombie, I remember. I thought you liked that one. I'm sure I remember you liking that one, and so I was like, I can't really remember you talking about the Raven one. So I was like, surely that's the weak one, but maybe that's wrong.
I just have to say that the aim of this game was to figure out which one I disliked. And the first two you mentioned were literally my likes. The one that I disliked was The Shadow Rising by Robert Jordan for no other reason than it's over 900 pages. It took me such a long amount of time to read. It I've grown to dislike the protagonist and prefer when we are spending time away from them. And it oftentimes feels like we're getting the climactic scenes with no build up to them. So this time around, I just wasn't a fan of this book in the entirety of The Wheel of Time, but I obviously intend to continue reading it. The Devils by Joe Abercrombie, I did have some issues with the ending of that book,
Yeah, I remember
but
that.
overall, really enjoyed it,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to the sequels and reading more by the author. And The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson, I read based on recommendations from YouTube, which said that this was a murder mystery set in a fantastical world. It drew on loads of things that I had previously planned in a children's book. Obviously, nothing like I have nothing to do with this author, but seeing something that I've been inspired by also then featured really heavily in a fantasy novel and done so well. I really enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed the story. It goes off in directions that I didn't expect. I suspected a twist was going to happen and it was going to be one thing. The twist did happen, but it was a complete converse to what I thought, and I hadn't expected it to be going that way. It's one of my favorites of the year, and I need to buy my own copy. So,
I failed.
again, second week in a row.
I was like, do I even know you, Charlie, at this point?
However, what I have to say is, you now get the chance to completely like ruin things for me. So we could this could be the end of this friendship.
I
We might
don't know. I feel like you're gonna get this because I'm really rubbish, obviously, at trying to be. My friends know me. I'm really rubbish at. I just run rubbish.
Okay, no, just tell me the books.
Yeah, but I can't remember the author's name.
But what if I know the author's name?
I doubt you will.
Wow, that's offensive.
It is offensive, but if okay, I'll test you.
Okay.
Okay, so the first book I've got is Belladonna by Adeline Grace, which is book one in a series. Then you've got the second book is Rainbow Grey. You can tell me who you think the author is.
I swear I've heard of it, but no, I can't remember the
I
author.
knew you wouldn't know. Laura Ellen Anderson.
I
And
have
then
heard
the
the name
third,
before yet.
yeah. And then the third book is Lost in Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas.
Ooh. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is Aidan Thomas the one who wrote Cemetery Boys, or is that a different Aidan?
No, it's the same one. Yeah.
I am thrilled by this because you've chosen two books I don't know the titles of.
Do you want me to give you a bit of information or no?
No, I don't want any information. Um I'm just gonna say Belladonna because it's the only one I've heard of.
Did my face look really then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Rainbow
one.
Grey then?
No, it's not that one.
That basically we've done the same thing today. I've managed to pick out the two favorites. Honestly, I had absolutely no idea with this one.
So yeah, Belladonna is like a romantasy, which is I don't normally. Well, no offense to anybody else, it's just not a genre I tend to read. So I can see why you would pick that one. To be fair,
Well, yeah, that's
but
but like I say,
actually,
that's the only one I'd heard of.
yeah.
So
So
that
that's
was
it's like I said, it's the first in like a romantasy series, and Death makes an appearance. He's a main character, which is a thing that I do really enjoy in books. And I really enjoyed it. This book really surprised me, and I really really enjoyed it. Um, so yeah, that's why that's one I really enjoy and love. And then the next second one, Rainbow Grey, by Laura Ellen Anderson, is a middle grade book about like a little like a set of children like people that control the weather and stuff like that. But the main character doesn't at the beginning of the book doesn't have a power or something. There's something like that. So I really, really enjoyed that. It was very cutesy. It was a book that my daughter had, which I just really enjoyed. And then Lost in Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas is a Peter Pan retelling. Um, Aidan Thomas is an author I have loved. Actually, Cemetery Boys is probably one of my favorite books of
Yeah.
all time. I've reread that book a million times, which you know that, and which is probably why it was a bit confusing to you. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a Peter Pan retelling, and I just found it completely boring. I'm really, really
Yeah.
sorry, Aidan Thomas, but not that they will be watching it. But yeah, I just couldn't connect to the story. The plot I found really dry. The characters I just thought were really they weren't really well formed and stuff, and it was just I just didn't like it at all. So
Yeah, the more you talk about it, the more I actually remember us having this conversation about that book in
you did
particular.
disappointed in it. Yeah,
But
it was a while ago
um,
though, to be fair.
yeah, but what I like about this is one, we're about to do a tag talking about how much we know each other. Um,
It's gonna look like we don't know each other at all.
but also the fact that we both did the same thing,
Yeah.
where we were like, well, I know they've read multiple books by this author, so clearly that has to be the one that
But
they
really, both of
like.
us have done the other one dirty with it.
And we knew exactly, we both done the same thing.
That's a Charlie thing.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say. That's the Charlie thing. How can we be treacherous to each other?
We've done it before. We'll do it again.
Yeah, I did it last year with carrots, and you got me with Aidan Thomas this year. It's fantastic. Oh Lord. Anyway, I think we should go straight into this tag, which I
Go for it.
believe is something like the best friend book tag or something like that. I found it on YouTube. I don't know how old it is. I don't know where it originated, but we thought this would be a great way for people to get to know us because clearly we do not know each other. Anyway, I will just kick things off with the questions. Charlie, when and how did we meet?
Met on BookTube, this
Yeah,
universe. It was
yeah,
2018. I joined YouTube BookTube in 2018. I can't remember how I found your channel. I found your channel. I started watching you. I was definitely the first one to watch the other one and so
yeah,
I found I like was very gushy because I'm a very gushy person.
you are.
And then immediately scared Charlie off. And then
Yeah.
eventually I just carried on watching and eventually wore him down.
And then you disappeared. And in the
Not to
meantime,
you though, because I disappeared from the YouTube, but I carried that's when
yeah,
just before I disappeared, we were
we carried on talking, but we didn't like I was talking more to your sister because she was still on she stuck around on YouTube after that, so we were messaging a lot more than I was messaging you. And then 2020, I think things really kicked off and we started like
drag
FaceTiming
race. I think drag
regularly.
yeah, so drag race is
Oh
when we
yeah, it's
started messaging
definitely
about drag race.
Drag Race and Doctor Who is um what we were regularly conversing about.
And then we were
Um
talking so much, we were like, we should just film a video together.
yeah,
And then yeah.
and you know, me and a few other people were so determined to try and get Charlie back to YouTube. And eventually, it worked. And so yeah, that was it.
That's the
YouTube,
rest of no,
that was
the rest
it.
is history.
And that's it. That's the level of our friendship.
No, it's
YouTube,
not.
making content off of each other, but otherwise, it's
It's
like
not even true. We
like
were like, it was like, I feel like, because do you remember the first time we FaceTime? So we were going to do so the book. So the first video we ever filmed together was people that don't know was it was a Booker video. Book was it Booker predict? No, it wasn't predictions.
no, it
Booker wish
wasn't. The
list.
first video we recorded together was our mid-year freakout tag.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Uh, and then at the time we would record two videos
Uh,
at a time. Um,
yeah, one on your channel, one on
one for each channel. And we started about 10 o'clock in the morning and we didn't finish till near 2
we were
because
talking for a long time,
those videos were so full up with us just
waffling.
talking things about things that we shouldn't and couldn't put in the video. So we had the FaceTime before that just
The night
to
that
make
was the night
sure,
before though.
yeah, just to make sure that we get on with each other.
Yeah.
And I've heard this from a few people. I just go into these things like, well, I already know who you are, so I just chat to them normally. Meanwhile, they're like, I only know you through the internet. What are you doing?
It
Yeah,
wasn't awkward though at all. I don't think. I don't remember. I remember being sat in the garden. I can literally picture where I was.
yeah,
And it was just lovely straight away. And we was like you said, the and we I just remember the first time we recorded especially together, we were just laughing. It was just hours and hours of like solid laughter.
yeah. And now
It
we've
hasn't
been doing
stopped.
this for nearly 5 years, and the laughter has stopped.
It
There's just
hasn't stopped.
this
Don't
this
tell
quiet
people it stopped.
this quiet disdain for one another. So we decided to try and build a career off of it.
Was it?
Um, what are some favorite books that we agree on?
What was the, you can answer this one.
Okay, so immediately I went to the Whisperwicks.
Yeah.
I went to Frost Heart because
Yeah, that was
last year
good.
with the third Frost Heart book, we both like I think you messaged me and said you were reading it.
Was it
So I
last
went,
year?
I swear it was last year. Um,
It must have been the beginning of last year.
I have my trusty journal here.
Go for it.
Yeah, we read it on the 13th of February last year.
Yeah.
Um, you messaged me and were like, I'm reading this book, and I said, well, I've got it. Let's read it. So, which is often the way our buddy reads go. Charlie will message me, or I'll message her saying I'm reading this, and we'll just start and chat when we reach certain points. The Seven Moons of Marley Almeida,
Oh, that's probably my favorite that we've ever read.
The Eighth Life by Nino Harris-Philly.
I know we didn't buddy read The Beasting, but I do count that as a one that we both loved together.
Well, we didn't buddy read it, but there was definitely some like I'd read it and then you were reading it, messaging me.
I
So I
needed I
feel
needed
like
reassurance.
we definitely conversed about it together. It was all yeah. So yeah, those are some of our
I was getting a
favorites.
bit scared.
Yeah, and I was not being kind because I was just like, just read it, just keep reading.
I
I had to go through
was
this, so
like,
you're
I was
going
like,
through it
do I
too.
need to get the cushions? That's how I felt with that book. But yeah, that's a good book. It's probably
Um,
not. There's loads of other books more than that though. But yeah,
oh yeah, yeah, but that's just a selection
the highlights.
that I would say like definite Charlie books. Like if I was looking for any, um, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have what are some favorite books that we disagree on?
Ooh, ooh. Some favorite books we disagree on. There definitely are some of those.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
one
I
for
can't
me
remember the
was from last
disagreeing.
year.
Sorry.
One for me was last year
Oh, there is one
when
big one actually.
we both bought Thrust by Lydia Yuknovich.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I didn't like that.
you got it me for my birthday, and I was reading it, and then you couldn't get into it, but I really enjoyed it.
I
I
might try
think,
and read that again though. And the cover is so gorgeous. The cover, I'll put it on screen. Because I just love that cover. That was the
and did
reason why
you
we
really,
bought the book, wasn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
and did you really like Great Circle, and I didn't?
I loved Great Circle,
Yeah,
and you hated it,
yeah, yeah.
and that broke my heart because I remember that was what we mentioned in that video, the one of the first videos we filmed together.
Yeah.
That was when I was like desperate to get you to read.
But one of my favorite things is I'm pretty sure it was Alice or somebody said to me that Charlie's not going to like that book. Like, watch it. You've been
Probably.
talking about it for so long. Charlie's not going to like it.
I'm sure it was
Like,
Alice actually.
you were right. I didn't. Um, so yeah, so I can remember Great Circle being a big one, and then there've been books that Charlie has sent me over the years that she's really enjoyed, and I've just not been able to get through them. Um, no, it's just what we always say is that we have very different tastes.
Yeah,
So when our tastes align, you
it's a
can
good
use
book.
it's usually going to be a very good book or a universal book. And
And that's
like
Charlie
that first,
Science.
yeah, Charlie Science, the first year that we did the Booker, we did a system like Eurovision where our lowest rated book we gave 1 point, our highest rated book we gave 13, and then figured out. And basically that year we got out of six for
That was
the
the best
shortlist,
year.
and we guessed the winner as well,
That
all because of
honestly,
Charlie
that
Science.
I don't think any Booker year will ever top that because we were like, I think I remember we watched it together live as well. The when it
Yeah.
was announced, I jumped up and down. I was so excited.
Yeah, I was thrilled by Treacle Walker being on there and gasped. Um,
It was
yeah,
such a great Booker year. That was an amazing
and
Booker
that's why
year.
we've never done it again because they will never be able to surpass that, and they've
We've
just never
tried, but
aligned with our taste.
yeah, we've tried, haven't we? But
Yeah. Um,
what's the next question, Charlie?
what genre slash subgenre does your friend read that you don't?
I feel like you read more sci-fi than I do.
Yeah, I don't. Well, yeah, I don't. I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but yeah, I'd
Like the
say.
Robert Jordan, for example.
Oh, well, that's more fantasy.
Well,
But yeah,
okay, that kind of fantasy. Okay,
I
that
do think
kind
that
of
I'm more inclined to read an
an
epic
epic.
fantasy
Yeah,
that's going to like 14 books all over 600 pages. It's definitely going to be more a this Charlie thing than a you Charlie thing.
I'm trying to
Um,
think what other things. I love the women's prize books, but you do dabble in them.
yeah, like
Also, sorry,
no, go on, you say.
I was going to say also with the non-fiction because now the new non-fiction prize, I feel like I definitely read a lot more non-fiction than you do.
Yeah, you definitely go to non-fiction more than me. For me, I always like the non-fiction I pick up, I generally enjoy, but there's just something about it that I generally don't navigate towards.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um,
I think that's true.
um, who reads more books?
In a year,
Yeah, I mean,
I think that's me.
yeah, it's definitely you. I was going through my journal and I was looking at how my reading slowed down over the years, and I definitely know that you read more than me.
I
And
want to read less. Like this is a goal for next year for me. I want to read less. No, like genuinely,
I just like how our goals.
or opposite.
Yeah, like next year I'm thinking, how am I going to read more books, write a novel, and start working full time?
Yeah, you're definitely going to read less
Yeah, like there's
and
no
have a
two ways about it.
podcast.
Oh yeah, and the podcast as well. And I was here like, maybe I just start listening to audiobooks all the time.
I do listen to audiobooks anyway, because especially when I'm tired and like I've got headaches and whatever, like I feel like audiobooks are that's how I think I manage to keep reading. Because when I don't feel like reading, just sitting down and listening, it's one of the things that calms me listening to audiobooks, depending on the narrator.
But I do have to say, there was a year at work where I basically worked, full time anyway, and I managed to read over 100 books that year. So I think it's possible. Um, but I ain't saying anything. I ain't saying shit
No,
because
ideally, this time next year, I would have read less and you would have read more. We shall revisit this next month.
this time next year, Charlie comes on and says she's had the best reading year of her life. She read 500 books. She's
Probably.
become, she's become an official judge for the Women's Prize.
500 books. I am not doing no 500.
You'll just start having to ask your sister how she does it. And then I will come here and I'll say, I've read one book the entire year. It was the same darn book. I just kept rereading it every weekend.
Which I could actually see that.
Yeah, it'll be the story of
Probably
Tracy
emotionally
Chapman all
weird.
over again. Oh gosh, yeah, but I am looking to try and do that. I am
Emotionally
trying.
weird as Charlie's, if you're new to the channel or new to Charlie, oh, I don't know. Is that's Charlie's, I would argue that's one of your favourite books of all time
I think like there's actually no way I could say it's not a favorite considering I'm on my fourth reread of the year
this year. How many times
this
have
year.
you read it in total?
Um,
You don't even know.
well, I know that I read it once when I was doing when I started planning the charity shop book.
Yeah.
It's definitely over half a dozen times. Who reads faster?
You.
Yeah, I definitely read faster. I just read fewer books. Um, who spends more money on books?
I would say
I'm going to
me.
say you,
Yeah, I think me. Yeah.
because um,
I don't know, but I've got too many audio subscriptions, which is terrible, which I need to downsize on. That's a
yeah.
plan. And then also, I think that's just one of the things I let myself get treats on. So even though I do still want to, again, that's the next year. I want to again spend
Yeah.
less.
Well, I think we can both do that next year because I was like, I bought a lot more books this year because last year I was under some sort of ban.
Yeah, you
Uh,
were.
but I still buy books, but I'm more likely to buy second hand and buy from the charity shop or borrow from the library.
And you
So I think
spot some amazing ones that you were like at your charity shop, don't you?
I do. I'm very lucky, but I'm also very lucky because I'm the person who sorts all the books. So as soon as I find a good one, I'll put it aside if I want to read it. So that's probably why I spend less on books.
I want to use the library more next year as well. We should do goals
Oh,
another time, but yeah.
you really should use the library more because we will lose them. And if your authors are signed up to PLR, then they will get money back from every single book you borrow. If you want your libraries to remain open, then take out as many books as you possibly can, even if you don't read them, because it means they're more likely to continue putting funds into your libraries.
100%. I love my library.
Rant
Obviously.
over. What's a bookish or reading habit your friend has that you don't?
You read with your bookmark like that on the side, and I don't do that.
Well, yeah, but that's like dependent on like,
Yeah,
day.
look at that.
So this is
That's very
daytime.
unusual to me.
Yeah, well, this is daytime.
Yeah,
This is when I'm still reading the book.
yeah.
And then at night time, when I'm not reading anymore from the book, it goes back like that.
Okay.
I can't explain why I started doing that, but I do. Uh, I thought you'd go for a different one, which was the rereading.
No, I love
Um,
rereading. I want to reread more though. That's like something I love, but I want to put more time into. I feel like this year has been a year when I just haven't reread as much.
yeah.
Previous years I've reread lots.
I think, ooh, your reading habits.
You're forgetting all of them.
Well, no, I was like, part of me was like, do I want to read more nonfiction? Do I want to listen to more audiobooks? I always say that I want to listen to more
Yeah,
audiobooks.
audiobooks is probably the big one, isn't it?
That's always a goal for me, and then I just don't do it. And like,
No.
I know that if I listened to more nonfiction, then I would get more, it would, I like to listen to nonfiction. So I don't understand why I don't just think and merge the two. Um, so yeah, I'd say that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Um, who's more likely to DNF a book?
Ooh,
Yeah,
I feel
because
like
we both do that.
I feel like we equally.
Yeah, like
I
you're
don't think that we could call one person more than the other for that.
no, we DNF regularly. I've always said life's too short to read bad books. You have the whole DNF, DNF,
That's what
DNF.
that's what
So,
my husband and my children, and now you even do that. You
well,
do it now.
it's because you told me that they do it to the sound of Sontar from
They
Doctor
go, yeah,
Who.
DNF, DNF. If I, and also, I do feel like in terms of DNFing, we do enable each other more. So if ever we're like not quite sure, we message the other one, and then the other one we like,
What do you regularly say to me though?
I don't know. What do I regularly say?
If you're asking me, you've already made the decision.
Yeah, and that's what you say to me.
Yeah,
You say that to me too. It's true. It's true though.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, that's true.
okay. I already know the answer to this question.
What's
I
the
think you will
question?
too. Who's more likely to give a book 5 stars or 1 star?
Well, you're the one star. I'm the five star. No, do you
No,
think we
no, no.
either?
It's you. I don't rate books with
Oh, I
stars.
know you don't do stars. That's true. So the question wasn't like who rates it higher or who rates it lower, or was it?
I suppose that might be the question, but yeah, I guess that I am more likely to
I feel
be
like
on
you're
the.
more like in terms of like being harsher. I feel like you're a harsher critic to books than I,
Oh yeah.
because you're a writer. No, because you're a writer, so you notice things like the details. I feel like you're
Yeah.
more. I do feel like you're slightly more critical of books than me.
Oh yeah. Like I can remember reading a certain book that um
I think
where
I know which book
I
you're
was
going to say
ranting
about.
to you about the fact that Springwatch wasn't around in the 1989,
That's one of my favorite books that you're talking about, which we
that
won't say.
Sailor Moon would not have been getting watched by this person, even though it existed. It did like that where they were economy wise in their life, they would never have seen it at that point in their life. Springwatch hadn't even started till 2005, so someone's grandmother definitely wasn't watching it in 1989. Sorry. So yeah, I'm a little bit critical of those details, and I can remember ranting to you about them,
You don't want to go
and
on a spring watch tangent, Charlie.
you saying to me, "I don't look for those sorts of things in books," and
I
I'm
just
like, "Well,
don't.
I
No.
do.
I
I
read with
spend,
my heart. I don't read with unless it's like a non-fiction. Non-fiction, I probably read with my head slightly
yeah."
more, but um, uh, uh, the yeah, I read with my heart.
I think for me as well, when it comes to those sorts of things, when it comes to my own writing, I spend so much time researching anecdotes. Like I previously spent an entire afternoon researching whether a certain company existed just so I could write one joke in our
You
Doris.
do that. Yeah,
So when I see these mistakes being made, like
you get
I
annoyed.
held it up with the trouble with goats and sheep as well. Uh, it just it irritates me and it immediately puts me off a book.
And I feel like it takes you out of your reading zone. It takes you out of what's that thing? it takes you out of the fact that you're reading. It makes you feel like, do you know what I mean? It's the you can
Yeah,
tell you're reading a book that's written, well, a story, rather than being immersed in it.
yeah. Like, sometimes there are books out there, like Emotionally Weird, that is written so that people know it's a story. And I can cope with that. When the characters are aware it's a story, when the writer wants you to know it's a story, that's fine. But when they want you to be fully immersed in the world that is supposed to be so real, and they're making those small mistakes, it's also like, I think when it comes to character, going off on another tangent, if you're creating their likes and dislikes, you also have to bring in the fact of what sort of media they're going to be around. Like Pearl says in Drag Race Season 7, when they start mocking her during Snatch Game about the fact she didn't know that the Batcave in Batman was underneath the mansion. And like she says, I had a rough childhood. I wasn't watching Batman and Robin. Like you gotta, yeah, I'm sorry, that was a tangent. But I feel very strongly about these things.
I know you do. It's a passion of yours.
Do you ever pick stuff out for each other at the bookshop?
Yes, I would
Yeah.
say. Well, not like a lot.
No.
I think if we see something, because we're quite obviously because we talk to each other all the time. So yeah, I don't. If there was something that if I saw something that well, yeah, because actually that happens. It has happened regularly when
Yeah.
there was books that Charlie had been keeping an eye out for, and I found obviously,
Yeah.
and vice
Yeah.
versa.
You actually had an alternative birthday card as well this year. Um, but I saw it, I bought it, and I was going to send it to you. This is from the bookshop, and it went missing. So Charlie's alternative book card, no, birthday card, never got sent. You got the original one, which was fine because it was TARDIS blue and everything, and it was from the same sort of thing. But yeah.
I love my you do are very thoughtful with your cards.
Who has the faster audiobook speed?
You speed everything by 10
Yeah.
times.
Well, no. Like when I first found out you could speed up audiobooks, I would try and listen to them at 3 times the speed. And oftentimes I would miss everything that was being said. But I was like, well, at least I listened to a 900-page Dickens in 2 hours. Do you remember any of that book? No. Then I tried double speed, which works for some books, but now I do it based on the narrator. So if I can listen to the narrator at double speed and that, because some of them are quite slow. Some of them take their time sounding out every syllable. Then, then I will speed them up. But like 1.5, 1.6 is like the one where if I'm doing other stuff, then that's an all right speed for me.
I really can't. I
But
can't deal with it.
now I know.
It makes me anxious. I talk fast. Obviously, everyone knows I talk fast. But when I listen to things, I can't be speeding it up. It makes me feel like my heart is racing, and I've got anxiety anyway, as we all know. So I'm just like, no. The only time I ever speed things up is if I'm not enjoying the audiobook, which means I'll probably should be doing DNFing it anyway, let's be honest. And then or like with YouTube, if I feel like I haven't watched the person's video for a while and I need to just get that sped up a little bit just to make a little bit of time if I'm running out of time.
I watch everyone at double speed.
I know you do, but I
Like,
can't cope with it.
regardless
I
of
can't cope with it.
how close we are. Like some people
I'm sure you'd speed me up right now.
some people were wondering if you speed them up, does that mean you're like rushing through their content and you don't want to spend the time with it? I'm like, no, I speed up everybody. Even when I'm watching myself, I speed myself up.
And Drag
So
Race, you watch Drag Race at 100 miles an hour.
Drag Race, I watch at double speed. The only things that I don't watch at double speed are TV shows and films because, well, obviously music as well. Um, but
That's good
sometimes
to
I
hear.
do that with music.
Just
There are
imagine you
some
like listening to your Christmas music go,
well, no, there are some songs that really benefit from just be having their speed turned up as
you
well.
don't do that with some no.
Not all songs.
What do you
Like,
mean? What
gen
songs are okay?
well, it's just like if I want to see what they'll sound like if you go down into the comments sometimes, you will find on certain songs on videos on YouTube, it'll say, listen to this at 1.25. It changes everything. And it's like, oh, actually, yes, it is more palatable at 1.25 speed. Um,
I'm not okay with that.
no, I know you're not. I can see it in your
That's
face.
not okay. You do not speed music up.
Who ventures out of their reading comfort zone more?
I feel like that's a 50-50 thing. I think we both do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think yeah, it's definitely more. I mean, also I think you're probably actually more likely to read certain genres that I wouldn't.
Yeah,
So, like now I'm older, I'm like
set in your ways.
a wizened old man who only reads the reliable things. So, yeah.
Possibly me, slightly more. But I do think that you would. It's not like I don't think you're against reading things. Like if there was something that you were it like a topic that had grabbed you, but it wasn't a genre that you normally read from, I do think you would still read it. So I do
Yeah.
think you would, because yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's that.
I have got a book that we've mentioned in our first video.
Yeah.
I think is going to like push at the edges of what I find comfortable. So that might be out of my comfort zone. We'll see. Who has more books on their shelves?
Oh, probably you actually. I
Well,
cull
I
half my
thought.
books.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, me then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only got like one big shelf which is next to me, and then a half shelf. And I still want to actually. I have been thinking about doing another cull.
Oh, wow. I
Just
mean, I
kind
know that
of-
I've got to do the major call because that replastering is likely to happen in my room soon. But I haven't done it yet. I got rid of two books.
Well, that's not a cull. That's just
Well, it was for
that's not
me.
even an unhaul. That's like
Do you not remember the major call from a few years ago?
yes, I do remember the major haul.
Thank
Cull.
you. I
Cull.
donated over 70 books to the charity shop.
That was mad. You literally you were ruthless that year.
Yeah. Okay. Who is more likely to give the other people books?
I
It's
feel like
supposed to
I
be
give
the
you
other
one.
person, but yeah, it's you.
Yeah,
You're
me.
a very giving person, and I'm more likely to take away.
That's not true though, because if I was give you something, you would be reciprocal. Like you're quite a reciprocal person a lot of the time. Not that I
Yeah,
need
but
you
I
to
don't
be.
think.
I don't need it to be like that, but you
Yeah,
are. That's the kind of person that you are.
yeah. It's never like, oh, Charlie sent me something. I will have to send Charlie something as well. It's more like you'll send me something, and like a few months down the line, I might see something and say, "Do you want that?"
Yeah,
That sort of thing.
yeah.
Um,
It's not like
where?
one-sided, is what I mean.
No. I don't think we'd have been friends as long as if it was so one-sided. Um, when you're around each other, are you more or less likely to read? This is an odd one because we're never around each other.
No. And also, it's not like when we're zooming, we're gonna
Yeah, like
when we're FaceTiming, we don't suddenly FaceTime and think, "Oh, I've got to pick up a book."
you know what, Charlie, I'm loving this conversation right now, but I want to get back to my
So,
book, so
excuse
you
me,
can
I've got a
stick
book
around and
next to
read
me.
with
That would be
me.
if you were with Emily. Like, if I have been talking to Emily. Emily, I know you're probably watching. I love you, my sister. And for anyone that doesn't know, Nobel novels linked in the description. She would love that. Like, yeah, she will literally like, excuse me, I've got to get off the call, so I've got to start reading soon.
Oh
She
wow,
will say that to me.
I have to say, like I've never done this with you, but I
Yeah,
have done it with family members,
yeah.
where I've said to them, I'm ending the call now because I'm bored. Or I've just
So
quoted
that's so
Willow.
good. Well,
Yeah,
I say that, but then I'm like, have I done that? I don't think
but
that's okay, but I don't
I
know if I
have
have done.
also quoted Willow from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and just gone bored now and put the phone down.
My mum, do you know what my mum does? She has this. She'll start waving. She'll start waving, and then she'll
Yeah,
wave and she'll wave. So sometimes mid sentence, and then and like put more than like just a group call, not like on a one-on-one. She won't just suddenly
yeah.
quit in the middle of you saying a sentence. But she but she will no, but she will do that. And if you're on a group call, even if you're mid sentence on a group call, she'll just go, and then she'll just
Yeah. I mean, you do end our conversations rather quickly as well sometimes.
yeah.
It's like
I get that from my
we'll,
mother.
we'll be chatting and we've like covered all the bases of everything. Then out of nowhere, you'll like start rushing through everything. So, what are you doing this week? What's happening the rest of your day? I'm like, okay, we're wrapping up here. And then you're like, okay, bye, bye, bye.
That's true. I don't do that. I'm so annoying. I'm really annoying. It's really terrible.
But maybe I should start incorporating my bored now thing into it.
No,
Bye.
it's not because I'm bored of you. I'm never ever bored. It's like obviously because we talk a lot, so there's only so many time minutes in the day.
Yeah, it's like
So anyway,
we're
that's
like,
a whole other
oh yeah,
tangent.
we're getting we're getting close to 12 o'clock. Have we covered all the bases of conversation? No, this is the last bit we need to get through. Let's get through. Let's power
We
through.
have
That's a
like
bit.
yeah, we have like things we cover in
Yeah,
our conversations. Yeah, it's
yeah,
like the wind down.
yeah.
It's not
It's
on
yeah.
purpose. I'm not trying to like push you out
So
the
so
door.
no, we aren't more likely to read around each other because yeah.
No, I don't know, but did because you didn't come to the reading one because that Katie did a reading one
Yes,
in
there
January, which
was
was
a
really fun.
booktube meetup where they were going to go somewhere and read,
Yeah, which was fun.
which I don't deny it was fun, but I had my reasons.
You're too
One,
far away.
it was very expensive for me to travel down south just to read. And two, when I saw the pictures and you were all there with your shoes off,
Yeah,
nope, not for me. I
it
don't
was
have a
very
fetish.
cozy.
I don't want to see people's socks. I don't want to see people's feet. I don't want to be that close to
I don't
your,
like feet anyway, actually. But it
what are
didn't
these
bother me because
called?
the lighting was very low, so you couldn't really tell about the feet. Like the
Oh,
feet weren't
great. So
obviously.
not only do I come all the way down south to read, but I have to read in a darkened room. There's a
No, but
reason you all are
you
flashing.
had these little reading torches.
Oh, great. So now torches. It's a no from me, love.
Okay.
No, no, no. So yeah, I'm not likely to read around anyone, especially if you make me take my shoes off.
I feel like you'd be a very introverted reader. Do you lock yourself away when you read?
No, I sit down in a corner
Do you
with a.
mind if people are around you? People in the comments, tell us what kind of reader you are. Are you the kind of person, do you mind if people are around? Tell us all of your reading habits.
I do not mind if people are around. There's been earlier this year, I developed this habit of going into town before my writers group on a Thursday and going for a coffee and sitting there with my book for half an hour, reading for half an hour.
I quite like that in
Um,
a cafe.
I also, when my friend Joy was away, we usually go for coffee after the writers group. I decided to go to the pub instead because milk's gone so expensive nowadays that a pint costs less than a cup of coffee. So I would go, I'd order a pint and wait for me lift home whilst reading whatever book I was reading that week.
I like
So
that.
yeah,
I like that, Charlie.
um, no, I am quite happy to read whilst other people are around.
Okay.
But those are the questions.
Ah, ah.
Yeah. If anybody else fancies like finding a bookish friend and chatting to their bookish friends and doing this tag, then feel free to do it. We will be putting the questions in the description.
Or tell us about your friends and how you read together or how your friendships work. Tell us all that because we love talking to you. So you just say all that in the comments.
Yeah, she says we, but I leave all of the commenting to her.
And then I put loads of hearts in.
Yeah, yeah. If you ever see hearts in a comment, you know it's that Charlie.
Yeah, too many
It's
hearts.
true. People know that I am not effusive. People know that I'm just a sarcastic northerner.
I won't tell your secrets, Charlie. You are extremely lovely.
I've literally never sent you a heart in the entire time we've
You've never
spoken to
sent
each
me a
other.
heart. That is completely true. You've never
Like
sent me a heart. I
you
can't gonna lie.
knew that it was a
But you
typo
are a
once.
very kind person.
Okay, like
To
literally, don't
me.
tell them.
To me. I know you
Yeah,
everyone
I'm
else.
kind to you.
Yeah, to me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not kind to other
Just as
people.
well, because it wouldn't really work otherwise.
Yeah, no, it would not. There are very few people on the planet I plan to be kind to.
I
I
know I'm
said to the
honoured.
book, I said to the booktube people last week that when we went to Bath, they were some of the best humans on the planet. There's not that many.
Mm, It's true. So Charlie, what book are you currently reading? On to the
So,
currently reading section.
as well, I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell. I had a cold last week, so all of my reading plans got thrown out of the window.
Yeah.
And as with a cold, I couldn't really focus on anything new, and I didn't want to spoil the book that I was reading by not being able to focus on it. So I went back and re started rereading Emotionally Weird by Kate Atkinson
Stop
for
it.
the fourth time this year.
Which I love. I just love that. You're
But
giving
I
me
have
the
talked,
reading FOMO, like I already said. So yeah.
yeah, I have talked about this before though, that this stems from with my reading when I was younger, because I didn't have many books, I would always just reread the same book over and over again at the weekend, which was The Bed and Breakfast Star by Jacqueline Wilson.
Oh,
So every weekend, my brother wouldn't let us have the light on in the room when he was sleeping, so my mother would leave the landing light on, and I would lie there on my bed reading the book by the um, landing light, which is probably why I needed glasses from like the ages of 8 through to high school
oh.
because I'd blinded myself. Um, and as an adult, I wanted a book that was going to be like that. And so
You found
it's
it.
been really weird. But my plan is to try and find more books like this that I can reread over and over
I
again
love that.
and get something new every time. The reason that I get something new every time from this book is simply because it's loads of different stories. There's quite a lot of characters, and you have to get used to all these characters and who they are, and you have to get used to the different narrative styles and try to figure out what's being foreshadowed by these stories within stories. So, yeah, that's why it's been this book. But I'm hoping to find a few other books like this in future. Anyway, how about you? What have
I
you been reading over the last week?
I've been listening to the audiobook of Simply More, which is Cynthia Erivo's latest, well, it's not her latest, it's her memoir.
I didn't know she had one.
Yes, she does. And it's sort of like, I think that, what's the tagline? Hold on a minute, because the tagline kind of says it all. If I find it. So the tagline for it is a book for anyone who has been told they are too much. So it's kind of obviously her memoir, so it's saying about things like growing up and experiences she's had where she's felt like she's been told she's too much or that she's not enough, and it's a lot of like life lessons, but also hearing about obviously her life,
Yeah,
and how she got into acting and things like that. I'm really enjoying it. Cynthia Erivo narrates the audiobook, which I think obviously adds the authenticity to it. And yeah, I just really I don't think it like is like super outside the box. So if anyone thinks that they're gonna hit like hearing it for like super amazing life tips, um, I don't think it's necessarily that. But I do think if you're a person that there's lots of messaging in there that I do think is like very important to be hearing again and to be told again. So like yeah, so like self-worth and all things like that. I think it's
yeah,
an important book as well. So as well as being interesting and hearing about like because Cynthia Erivo is very of the moment, wicked, etc. And she's amazing. So yeah. So
yeah.
that's my main one. And then I also at the weekend, I am literally just on the Sunday night because that's right. That's the last night of the month. No, The Crucible. I read because this was my read good prompt for November, a book outside my comfort zone, play, and I finished reading it. I did read this over quite a long time. I feel like I wasn't rushing it because I was reading each of the different acts.
Right.
Yeah, and again, about this is about the I don't know if you know about it. It's about the Salem witch trials again. So it was good. I really enjoyed it. It's very powerful. Like it was very moving. And yeah, the characterization in this is very, very strong, which actually really surprised me, especially considering how short it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was another good book. So those were two books. I haven't finished
I
the
think
Cynthia read though, so I haven't rated it, but I am about an hour left of the audiobook.
I definitely need to read more plays. As somebody who used to write them, you'd think that I would, and I think it's definitely something I read more of when I was, doing drama and English lit, and then into uni as well. And it's something that's fallen off the wayside. But yeah, maybe that's another goal for future. I don't think I'm ever going to read the Cynthia Erivo.
No, I don't think
I
so. I can't imagine that you doing that.
I like a memoir,
Yeah.
but I prefer a memoir from your everyday person who is, perhaps capturing a moment in their life and they aren't doing it with any reason to like, they're just writing down what happened there without trying to steer you one way or the other.
I feel like there are moments like that though that are very insightful into just how she presents herself and stuff because she's quite a
Yeah,
confident she appears quite to me quite a confident woman, but obviously it's like everything she's kind of been through and it like well not everything I don't imagine it's everything but like glimpses of that. Yeah, I have really enjoyed it genuinely, and I
yeah.
can't understand because I've seen some of the feedback on it. It's not like it's not all negative, don't get me wrong, but I just think I just think yeah it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah,
Well, good.
yeah.
Um,
So should we go on to our happy moments? Have you thought of one, or do you want me to go first?
you go first.
Okay, what's it? And you can think. So it's like I'm gonna say that like I'm gonna mention because I was cheat. You know this about me.
Yeah,
I've got two things. So the first thing is seeing myself and Charlie have got obviously in case of you guys haven't seen, and we've got like an Advent thing going on throughout December, and so I've loved watching all of those videos that everyone that's joined in. So thank you very much to everyone that's joined in because it's been so fun watching it, and that's a massive highlight to me, particularly like with my favorite author, one of my favorite authors. Um, so yeah, if you haven't watched those, obviously check them out. They're on our shorts.
and look out for some more coming throughout December as well.
Yeah, they're all every single day we'll be having them.
Yeah, we've got a whole host of podcasters, booktubers, the
Yeah,
odd author or two,
yeah,
just sharing Christmas favorites. Yeah, that's
yeah. So yes, definitely. So
it,
that's definitely one. And then the other thing, I was with my friends last week, which again is in itself a highlight. And we one of my friends had gone to New York recently, and she when she went to New York, she kindly gifted each of us. This is a group of four friends, and so my friend gifted the three of us a personalized like gift from New York that so we didn't get blanket like all the same present.
yeah,
So she picked us each things that we would each like. So she went to the New York Public Library and got me a couple of little bits which I just love them so much. So I'm gonna quickly show you them. She got like a postcard. You'll see New York, which I love, love, love. I love postcards and I can put that on my pinboard. And then obviously a pencil. We can't see knowledge is power, which I love. And then the two things which are just like amazing. This is a new I will put photos in because then you can see it bigger. But
yeah,
it says the only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of a library, Albert, and it's from Albert Einstein, and it's one of the mementos from the New York Public Library. Which I just love it so much. And then also, like probably my favorite thing out of all of these. It's a little library card, it's pride badge. It's like a pin badge, pride badge, and I just love it so much because I love my pin badges. Charlie knows this. I put them
yeah.
all on my dungarees when I'm wearing my dungarees, and I just think it's so cute. So I will put a picture on screen so you can see a bigger version of it. But yeah, I just love it so much. So that was obviously I like not that getting gifts is particularly was a highlight, but for me
Yeah.
it was like a very thoughtful thing that she had done, and I was very grateful.
Yeah.
Plus having time with them because that's probably the most important thing out of all of it. Obviously, I love my friends.
Um, yeah, so as aforementioned, and because I'm a man, I get to um, just mention this all the time because nobody's ever had a cold before. So there weren't very many joyful moments from last week through
Charlie.
to this week. However, I suppose that I could say, going off of what you said about the people who are doing the shorts for the channel and they're sharing their Christmas favorites, that one thing that's been great is the support that people have shown to our new venture. That's been one moment of joy, is all of the people who've got behind It's a Charlie thing and supported us with sending in these videos, sharing the new channel with people for us.
And all the people
Um,
commenting as well.
yeah, the comments, Charlie for commenting on the comments. So yeah, so I'd say that that has been one of the highlights. And also, like Phillipa of Quick Book Reviews. take,
Fine.
giving us the time to
Yeah, that was
like
a highlight
walking us
actually.
through what
Yeah.
we need for the podcast next year, and just we've got
Yeah,
a bit
Philippa was
like
amazing.
overwhelmed with everything we needed, and Philippa like just really quickly stepped in for us set up a meeting, and was like, "This is what you need. This is what you do." It's really not as difficult as we'd
She
been
was
thinking it
so
was going to be.
lovely. I just thought she was so
So,
lovely. What an awesome person.
so yeah, I'd say that it's just like the joyful thing of the last week has been the community coming around us and helping us with It's a Charlie thing. It's been great.
100%. Um, right then. So I think that's it. So we
It
can
is.
wrap
That is
up this.
everything. That was the second Christmas cracker of
Which
2025.
emoji do you want to put in the comments? Can you see something in the background? Normally you pick something in the background. Should we pick a, is there a bow? Is a bow a thing?
You can do a bow if you like. You saw a bow, I saw a star. So
Or a star or a bow? You can leave that in the
there we
comments.
go. This week, if you've got this far, the emoji we want to see in the comments for Charlie, it's a bow. And for this Charlie, it's a star. I just realized that makes it sound like I'm separating us, but basically we're saying bows and stars. We want the
Bows and
bows, we want
stars.
the stars. Wrap
You
your
can't go
star in a
wrong with
bow.
bows and stars. I feel like bows and stars, even though that's a whole other thing, that's a tangent I was going to go on. With Kate from
Go on,
Traitors,
let's
she
have
wore too many bows.
too many bows. You
But
can
you
have too
can.
many bows according to Charlie.
But
Uh,
on Kate's outfits, particularly in the Traitors.
yeah,
Kate
we only
Garraway.
want bows on gifts. Okay, Garraway.
No, Kate Garraway from the Traitors. This
I didn't watch
UK.
the traitors.
Yeah, but she there was quite a lot of bows on all of her outfits and all the hats. It was a lot of bows. An excessive amount of bows, I would say.
That is not the title of Charlie's memoir, then.
No, you can't do it. Too many bows. That is too many bows.
When you bring out your style guide,
No bows. No, I do think you can have bows, just
it's
not
going to
too
be you
many.
can have an adequate amount of bows.
I think anything more than four is too many. It's true.
One for each nipple, one for the hair, and then one on the wrist.
No. No. Oh God, Charlie.
Oh, goodness me. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
it.
that's all then. So should we say goodbye, Charlie, to everybody?
Yeah, ta-ra, I'm off. My dog's barking.
So
Bye.
thank you very much for watching.